Yo! We are at war! You know what we're first at war with? All day yesterday, last night, and today. You know where 1 second of this great conference is not played? Fox News. Not 1 second. Look at, thank you very much. Fox does suck. And let me tell you why it sucks. You're the vanguard of a revolution. It takes 4,000 political appointees in the third Trump victory, second Trump term, 3,000, non-Senate confirmed. We have, what, 6,000 or 8,000 here. You are the cadre that is going to inform this government. You're going to take over this government. You're going to take over the administrative state. That's why old man Murdoch doesn't want to show it. He understands you're about action, enough talk. Think about it for a second. Charlie Kirk and the Turning Point team have come from nowhere. And now we heard last week that Fox is not going to cover them. They're too activist, etc. What other gathering in our country over the last couple of years has had the kind of speakers you guys have had? Look at this. Look at this. From leaders in the House, you got Boebert, MTG, Matt Gaetz, Josh Hawley in the Senate, J.D. Vance, Ted Cruz. You got every guy running for the presidency that's serious. Donald Trump comes here and gives an hour-and-a-half primetime speech that is, it's not a rally speech. It's got gravitas. He talks about what he's going to do. Not 1 second. Not 1 second on Fox News. You know what they're doing this afternoon? On the Howard Kurtz show that gets like 50 people to watch it, they got a tragic figure on there right now. Governor Ron DeSantis. He's a tragic figure. You know why? He bought into the Fox narrative. Remember, Tucker Carlson told us it's all about narrative control. If the globalist Murdoch, corrupt globalist Murdoch family can't control it, they don't want to have it on there. That's why not 1 second of this conference and not one speaker's been on there. But this afternoon they got Ron DeSantis, who they have destroyed because he made a fatal mistake of thinking if I can go on Fox and have enough T-ball and coach pitch for a year and a half that the rubes will just follow me. You're not rubes. You're the smartest people this country's ever produced. You know why? Because you don't buy the bullshit. Old man Murdoch, that decrepit cretin, is out in Sun Valley with the other Davos billionaires cooking up how they suppress and rip off the American people. His family, it's reported, they're off the coast of the Amalfi Coast, right, in Italy, on their 4 or 5 $150 million yachts, arguing with each other who leaked what so it could go in succession. The last time real Americans were on the Amalfi Coast, they were fighting up there to take Italy in World War II. Murdochs, why are you not in Daytona Beach? Why are you not in Myrtle Beach? Why are you not in Virginia Beach? Why are you not down in Imperial Beach? Why are you not in a motorhome in one of the great national parks? You know why? Because you're not Americans. You're a bunch of foreigners. The one time Ron DeSantis, a tragic figure, went off the plantation and talked about Ukraine, they go, oh, no, let's get Lindsey Graham on here. Let's give him a nice, come on, heel boy. No. Ukraine, oh, no, we got to send all kind of money to Ukraine. To think what idiots you are. Think about Sound of Freedom this weekend after having a great Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom. Another $35 or $40 million at the box office, no marketing money. Sold out everywhere. And hell, half the theaters are cutting off the air conditioning, cutting the sound, not putting it up. People giving standing ovations in Times Square. Of course, now the GOP, have you seen it, GOP? The Senate GOP just came out with a 4-minute video of how they're so tough on child trafficking. They're sitting there with knitted brows, John Cornyn and Lindsey Graham, and they're sitting there with knitted brows going, where are the 350,000 people? Where are the 85,000 people? We don't want to hear it. You're there to draft off Sound of Freedom, and you're there to raise money. It's a bunch of crap. Why did you approve the omnibus bill? Why did you just give him $15 trillion to spend? If you want to stop the child trafficking, stop the child trafficking. Cut the money off. I'm going to give you the Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom is on the afternoon, 44 days from now, or 584 days from now, in the afternoon of the 20th of January, in the year of our Lord, 2025, when Donald Trump takes his hand off the King James Bible, when Trump takes it off the King James Bible, we're going into every alpha. We're going to CIA, the FBI, the DNI, the CIA, all of them. And we're going to release every single person that either traffic people or look the other way to traffic people. We're going to put it all out for the American people. All of it. We're going to let the American people see how these kids got trafficked into the United States and who helped them. Who either looked the other way, which makes you just as guilty, or who helped them. And your tax dollars, where it goes. So I don't need John Cornyn, and I don't need Lindsey Graham with knitted brows going, this is very serious. And we don't need any more detailed, tough letters over to DHS. We need names. We need information. And the American people are going to weigh and measure it. On the afternoon, by the way, this primary is a joke. Ron DeSantis is a tragic figure. Good governor, could have been a great governor. He drank the Kool-Aid of the Murdochs and the donor class. You know why? They're neoliberal neocons. And he was going to be their boy. Oh, Trump without all the baggage. They weren't going to have any Trump policies. That's a misdirection play. You know that. And now that Ron DeSantis has worn out his welcome and he's doing Howard Kurtz on a Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock with an audience of 50 people saying, well, Donald Trump didn't really execute. No, come on, man, knock it off. Grow up. And I got news for Glenn Youngkin and Kemp and anybody. It's the next guy in, because Murdoch's out there. He's out there in the Davos and Sun Valley. He's going, I think Youngkin could be a very serious, or Kemp. Come on down, bring it, because we'll destroy you just like we destroyed DeSantis. We don't have time for a diversion. We need to be focused right now on the election apparatuses in Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, and to get behind Donald Trump and get serious about taking his country back. This is a crusade. This is a holy war against the deep state. Donald Trump is our instrument for retribution. I don't want to hear Glenn Youngkin in a vest. I don't want to hear Kemp with his Georgia accent. I don't want to hear it. Donald Trump is our instrument for righteous indignation. And it's not going to be Biden. They're gonna have Newsom or Michelle Obama. Sometimes I can even feel the Murdoch's pain. Come on, you guys are unruly. You should be unruly. General MacArthur said you're not going to be remembered for the rules you didn't break, right? This is a crusade, a jihad, a holy war against the deep state and the administrative state. Here's what Trump's going to do. on the afternoon of the 20th after he takes the oath, going to go up to the White House. No lunch. No lunch with the big swells. No lunch in the Capitol with all these guys. Forget that. Forget that. He's going to go up, and before he even has the parade, he's going to do the following. He's going to declassify everything. Who are they trying to hold the information? We know the enemies, the Chinese Communist Party, the KGB, the mullahs, and the administrative state. They're trying to keep the information from you. You're the most powerful force in the history of mankind. The Revolution, the Civil War, World War II. There is nothing ever defeated the American people. And an informed American citizen with the consent of the governed that does not comply needs that information. You know what we're first going to do? We're going to release all the assassination files on John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Bobby Kennedy, and I'm going to throw in two more for bonus. The assassination attempt on George Wallace, so we covered everybody. And under Bill Barr, we're going to take the file on Jeffrey Epstein and see who murdered him under Bill Barr. And every foreign intelligence apparatus that worked with him, it's all coming out. We're going to go over to the CIA. We're going to release everything. We're going to declassify it all. You know why? We're going to start with declassification of the 25 heroes that were CIA agents embedded in Beijing and throughout China that were murdered. Why? Because the mole turned their names over. We need all the investigative files. Can the American people handle that? You think they can handle it? We're going to release it all. All of it's going to be declassified because the reason they classify it is to keep the information from you. So once you're empowered, there's nothing to stop you. And that is why Fox does not have this on. You got better coverage from BBC, CNN, MSNBC. You know why? They understand news is being made here. They understand this is political power. They understand this is a populist nationalist revolt. You're not a Fox globalist Republican. You know what a Fox Republican is? A Fox Republican agrees that Kevin McCarthy's doing a great job. Except for Tucker Carlson, hold it. It was going to be anarchy and chaos. Remember, if Kevin McCarthy wasn't put in immediately. If we didn't have the mighty six that stood up in the first week of January, have nothing. On the NDAA, we're sitting there begging for scraps. Oh, can I please get some of the woke out of here? Can I please get some of the weaponized out of here? Begging like a supplicant. And not even one mention of Ukraine, and not forcing Joe Biden to come to the table with a war powers resolution and tell us what's the plan for Ukraine. If we're going to send hundreds of billions of dollars over into their bioweapons lab and who knows what else, can't you come to the American people and describe it? No. Fox Republicans say he's doing a great job. Fox Republicans don't mind that McCarthy gave Biden $15 trillion in 2 years and $4 or $5 trillion in deficit to add to the national debt. Think about it. Think downrange. Trump's going to come in office. We're on $37 or $38 trillion of debt. Interest rates through the roof. You're going to have another 9 or 10 on the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve. In addition, the Trump tax cuts come due. That's another $4 or $5 trillion. Trump's going to be handcuffed from the beginning, and they know that. That's where they're doing it. That's a Fox globalist Republican. You hear it night after night after night. If you don't believe me, look at this new GOP ad for, all of a sudden they're so concerned about the kids. Where were you when you had the ability to shut down the funding? Don't sit here with the little tennis shoes and the dresses and all that. Don't sit there and tell me how much concern you have. You have no concern. This conference is about action. We're tired of talk. We're tired of committee hearings. We're tired of stern letters. We want action. And we're going to turf these people out. The reason it's not going to be Joe Biden, you already tell, they understand this is not working. You really look at the real polling. Trump's up, I don't know, 7, 8 points. They know they got to go to the bullpen. They need Newsom or they need Michelle. Or who? Who? You're so good. You're so good. Oh my God, you're so good. Think about Biden for a second. They talk about, Senator Scott, Tim Scott, he's a good man. He's a good man. He's a good man. He's got a good heart. But Senator Scott, he's wrong about one big thing. He keeps talking, it's morning in America, and we're sitting on a hill, and I'm going to do all that. No, Senator Scott, Ecclesiastes tells us there's a time and a season for everything. This is the dark of night in America. Because the administrative state and radical Marxist, atheistic Democrats control this country. That's what we're fighting to take back. That's what this fight's about. Think about the city on the hill. The city on the hill. Look at how we portray the United States. Joe Biden's over there. He's sniffing some young girl in Lithuania. You see that? You see that? You see that? It's terrible. He's sniffing. The Daily Mail's got to be something. The little girl's petrified. She's clinging to her mom. Her mom doesn't know what to do. She's terrified. Hey, Biden, here, I got a recommendation. If you're going to sniff a little girl, go down to Arkansas and sniff your 7th granddaughter you don't take credit for. Go down there to Navy Joan and sniff her. Her mother probably clutched too, you creep. And just so that we're fair, and no, you can't take Air Force One down to see the 7th granddaughter that with Dr. Jill Biden. You can't see the 7th granddaughter you don't claim. I talked to Mike Lindell, and we'll do a promo code for MyPillow. Promo code pervert for Joe Biden, so he can go down and sniff. I couldn't believe it. Guys sitting there sniffing. The poor little girl's terrified. She's traumatized. I thought they were going to call a child services in Lithuania. He'd be locked up in Vilnius. He looked like Hunter on a pile of blow. We know where Hunter got that sniffing ability. That's one thing. The only thing I disagree with Rudy Giuliani, really said, well, I put them all in prison, all in jail for the Biden crime family. I said, they're not a family. It's a pack of feral dogs. Hunter's laptop, Dr. Jill Biden, she's one of those selected people in the state. Delaware's got the toughest laws in any state in the union because of the Beau Biden, conference, the Beau Biden Institute, whatever. Toughest on messing with children. Throughout the whole laptop from hell, it's nothing but the daughters-in-law warning about the little nieces and Hunter Biden. Where's Joe Biden in that? Where are you, Dr. Biden? You're lecturing the rest of the country. Where are the pack of feral dogs you raised? Hell yeah, I'm going to go there. We gotta turf these people out of the White House. They've made a disgrace of the White House. Look at that transgender ideology flag they got hiding in the place of honor instead of Old Glory. Look what they got going on in the White House. And then afterwards, oh, they're so sorry they didn't know it was going to happen. Zen Master Jean-Pierre, I didn't know it happened, right? She's giving you one hand clapping all the time. Okay, here we go. I love audience participation. War Room Posse at it. Of course they're all in business with Soros. And they got the Soros boy. He's going to take over all the money. He's there with the Pope. He's there with the Pope having an audience. How many of you have had audiences with the Pope? How many traditional Catholics? No, because the FBI is spending their time calling you guys domestic terrorists. That day is over. Donald Trump said it, and he said it best. It's not the CCP. It's not the KGB. It's not the mullahs. The number one enemy of this country of freedom and liberty is the administrative and the deep state. And on the afternoon, they have to understand something. We're going to hit you with a blowtorch, okay? No more games. We're going to hit you with a blowtorch. That blowtorch, we're going to not just deconstruct it, we're going to rip it apart. We're not just going to change policy, we're going to start by bottom-blowing personnel. And for every person in there today, you've got time enough to come forward as a whistleblower. Talk about what happened to the children. Talk about what happened on the assassinations. Talk about taking the liberties of your fellow citizens. If you don't come forward by high noon on the 20th of January, you're guilty. You're guilty. You're nothing more than the Gestapo. You're nothing more than the SS, and you're guilty. Come forward now. We'll have an altar call. Come down here and tell us exactly what went on. Do it for your honor. Do it for the country. The reason Fox is not showing this is a political and information war, and they understand you're warriors. You can smell the fear coming out of 6th Avenue. You know why? They can't control you. They can't control Charlie Kirk. They can't control Tucker Carlson. They can't control it. They've lost the narrative. And they're going to back and fill now with sitting on the White Couch where Glenn Youngkin's raising a lot of money, and isn't this, it's all irrelevant. Donald J. Trump will be the Republican nominee. Donald J. Trump's going to get north of 80 million votes. And Donald J. Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States. And just like in ancient Rome, like Cincinnatus, he's going to come back from the plow and he's going to lead us to liberty and freedom. There's nothing to debate. You're either on the side of liberty, you're on the side of freedom, you're on the side of this republic, or you're on the other side. And there's no excuses. This is as black and white as it can get. But it all depends on you. Trump's the instrument, but you are the power. And remember, this is everything. You cannot relent. You cannot give up. Every day you must hammer, hammer, hammer. For Scott, it's not morning in America. It's the middle of the dark of night. But I can see the sunlit uplands 5 or 6 years out after toil and struggle and fight and victory after victory after victory. You put fear in them because they can't control you. Are you with me? I can't hear you. Generations from before the revolution, every patriot grave down to the present day is looking to you and holding you accountable for what's going to happen. Are you man and woman and patriot enough to answer that call? Are you prepared to answer the call? God bless you. God bless Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, and most important, God bless this Republic of the United States of America.